Hi, my name is John Teeters. I'm a math teacher at the Walworth Barber American School in Israel, and this is my introductory video. So a couple of things about myself is here's my family. I'm a father of 3 and a father-in-law of 2, and have a lot of fun times getting together with them. About my school and teaching background, I grew up in the Portland, Oregon area, and I graduated from our local university at Portland State University, home of the mighty Vikings. After I graduated from Portland State University, I started teaching at a few of the local high schools. They tend to be on the moderate to large size. All of them were over at 1,200 students in attendance, up to 2,000. If you're familiar with the Portland area, Tigard, Tualatin school districts, and at Rex Putnam High School in Milwaukee. After teaching in Oregon for a number of years, I've been working the last 5 years working internationally. First in the American Cooperative School in Tunis, in Tunisia, North Africa. And most recently, we've moved to Israel, just north of Tel Aviv, in a little town called Even Yehuda. Work at the American school there. Mostly we serve embassy kids from multiple embassies, not just the United States, but places like India, South Africa, any place where students want to get an English education, an American education. And so it's a very multicultural setting, and it's very enjoyable to be participating in that. My knowledge of our school's compliance to state and federal law is, one thing I've noticed working internationally is when you work in a private international school, compliance isn't as clear and open as it might be in the public schools in the States. I just know the routines we went through in the States were very rigid and formal. Annual professional development times where we would actually go over many things that were legal. We still do that to some degree in the international setting, but not to the same degree that we would see it happening in my schools in the States. But what I do notice us doing here at our school is we annually go through the laws for being a mandatory reporter and what that means for us. We also have background checks on all staff who are working with students, and we also have a full staff of support services to ensure children who have disabilities are accommodated in their setting and pushed into the highest level that they can attain. So those are a few things that I'm aware of. My knowledge of state and federal laws is just pretty much what I've gleaned from experience, not too formal, but rather informal methods. The typical kinds of things most people go through while gaining a certification. Classes while completing my undergraduate work, procedures that I've had to comply with while working. And I have to admit that as I've lived out of the States for the last 5 years, I know a little bit less than I would if I was living in the States. My increasing awareness, at least how I see this season as I go through this training about law in school. Our school is organized into PLCs, professional learning communities for professional growth. And one of the things I notice when I'm involved in PLCs is that when I'm involved in PLCs, it's natural for me to discuss the topics that I'm taking in classes with my colleagues. And so I think just participating in a class where I have the opportunity to discuss things, not only will it impact me, but these will be replicated in conversations that I have with my colleagues when I go back to work. And so that's about it for me. I look forward to meeting you throughout this semester and digging into it. So thanks very much.